What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? JamiroFan 2000, a little bit under the autumn weather, a little bit sick, but I'm feeling better, with a brand new episode of JamiroFan Talks About for the initiated of this series here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. This has been my periodic discussion series of nearly 9.5 years, looking at the past, present, future of Jamiroquai, and they're now over 30 years of musical making. This episode is going to be dealing with a little bit more updates about Jamiroquai's current rehearsals. They're going to be doing for the entirety of the month of October of 2025, which I recently covered on a new episode of JamiroFan Talks About in a little greater detail. But we've had small glimmers of social media activity from one of the band members of Jamiroquai, and that band member, of course, is Jamiroquai's own resident guitarist, an amazing musician and producer. Of course, I'm talking about Rob Harris. Well, Rob Harris, at the beginning of the first week of October of 20, or at least the end of September into October 2025, he was the first one to put out a good amount of content on his Instagram and his respective YouTube channel at Rob Harris GTR. And the first video he put out was simply called "My New Touring Rig for Jamiroquai" on his YouTube channel, which was a great engrossing 7-minute video of him showing off his new guitar rig that he's going to be using primarily in the studio as Jamiroquai rehearses for their upcoming 15 tour day tour, the first opening tour salvo for Jamiroquai's 9th album era, which of course will be coming in the early part of 2026, but for the time being is going to be his touring rig for his guitar when Jamiroquai hits the studio, working on nearly a month long of rehearsals for this upcoming 15 tour day tour for the UK and, of course, European dates between November to December of 2025. And that video is currently available on the Rob Harris YouTube channel, so be sure to give that a check out when you can. And I'll be sure to provide a link down in the description area of this episode, JamiroFan Talks About, down below. So let's move on to the next part of this episode of JamiroFan Talks About. And two more updates from Rob Harris of Jamiroquai concerning the rehearsals for Jamiroquai, working on Heels of Steel in the studio. Rob was nice enough to put up 2 pictures on his Insta-Stories recently, as early as of October 2nd, the first of which was him simply with the title "Update Time," getting ready for rehearsal, showing off his guitar effect pedals down below his feet where he plays the guitar. And then, of course, the second video that was put out a day later on October 2nd of 2025 was him showing off his new Sennheiser PAX sound effect item for his guitar playing on the aforementioned upcoming rehearsals for Jamiroquai. Now, I find it really funny how Jamiroquai is kind of, at least the other band members of Jamiroquai seem to be being a little bit more quiet and a little more methodical on their social media on any new updates concerning Jamiroquai Album 9. But I thought I'd cover this here in an episode of JamiroFan Talks About to give you a little bit of update. First update on which is sure to be a lot of new content coming from the band members and, of course, Jamiroquai HQ official social media as they go into the studio for literally a month's long of rehearsals. And I have a strong feeling they're going to be rehearsing some new songs in addition to old Jamiroquai classics, and I hope they kind of funk them up, you might say, within the bounds of those live tour days coming up. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000. Like I said at preface at the beginning of this episode, JamiroFan Talks About. I'm a little bit under the weather with both a head and chest cold, and it's not fun. But this is how nature presents itself when it comes to beautiful me. But I am on the mend right now. I'm about 4 or 5 days deep into it, but I should be feeling better very, very soon in the next coming week. But not to mention, I will keep bringing you updates from the band members and, of course, the Jamiroquai HQ official social media concerning these rehearsals when that said content becomes available on those social medias. And be sure to keep your eyes on the subreddits of the online Jamily and my YouTube channel for further updates, as Jamiroquai does a lot of arduous rehearsals for the upcoming aforementioned Heels of Steel tour for November and December of 2025. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000. I hope you enjoy this episode of JamiroFan Talks About. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and ding the bell on your YouTube to stay up to date on all the latest new content coming from the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel as we enter into a very busy month of October 2025 for Jamiroquai for their upcoming tour, and for a lot of exciting times coming down the road from Jamiroquai's 9th album era as we go closer into the autumn and winter of 2025 and 2026. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000. Thank you again all for the support on my YouTube content and all my content for the online Jamily, and I'll see you again really soon with more Jamiroquai related content here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye bye everybody, take care, and I'll see you around.